1. In an AON assessment scenario focused on adult learning, which approach best supports experiential learning? A. Delivering pre-recorded lectures for individual review. B. Assigning collaborative, real-world simulations for problem solving. C. Using timed multiple-choice quizzes exclusively. D. Providing reading lists without guided application. 2. When designing curriculum for professionals, which principle from andragogy should guide the development of content? A. Adults are more motivated by external rewards than internal goals. B. Adults prefer passive information absorption over active engagement. C. Adults value learning that is immediately applicable to their work. D. Adults require highly repetitive material, regardless of context. 3. In an evaluation phase of the AON assessment, which method ensures both formative and summative data collection? A. Only conducting a final performance review. B. Using ongoing peer feedback and a final project assessment. C. Implementing a one-time multiple-choice test. D. Providing anonymous self-reflection without follow-up. 4. During communication skills testing, which feedback technique most effectively supports constructive improvement in adults? A. Delivering feedback without allowing the learner to respond. B. Highlighting both strengths and areas for improvement with examples. C. Providing only critical remarks to encourage self-motivation. D. Giving generic praise to maintain morale. 5. Which curriculum development model emphasizes analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation? A. ADDIE. B. Bloom's taxonomy. C. GROW. D. TPAC. 6. In a regulatory compliance training module, which practice best ensures adherence to updated laws? A. Annual review of the content without modification. B. Integration of compliance updates into scenario-based training. C. Providing learners with links to regulatory websites only. D. Repeating the same compliance slides from previous years. 7. Which mentoring technique is most likely to develop critical thinking skills in mentees? A. Providing all answers directly without discussion. B. Encouraging reflective questioning and problem analysis. C. Assigning only procedural tasks without variation. D. Emphasizing rote memorization of policies. 8. In an AON communication competency assessment, active listening is best demonstrated by A. Interrupting to share personal experiences. B. Repeating verbatim what was said without understanding. C. Summarizing the speaker's points and clarifying uncertainties. D. Taking notes silently without engagement. 9. In adult learning evaluation, which metric best measures skill transfer to the workplace? A. Number of test questions answered correctly. B. Post-training behavioral changes and performance metrics. C. Attendance rates in training sessions. D. Volume of training materials completed. 10. When designing curriculum for professionals with diverse backgrounds, what is the most effective strategy? A. Designing content for the lowest skill level only. B. Offering tiered learning paths and adaptive activities. C. Using highly technical jargon throughout. D. Eliminating optional enrichment materials. 11. In regulatory compliance training, which instructional approach best addresses varying state or country laws? A. Delivering a single uniform policy regardless of jurisdiction. B. Using localized compliance case studies and examples. C. Encouraging learners to research laws on their own. D. Removing jurisdiction-specific references altogether. 12. Which evaluation tool provides the most detailed feedback on both knowledge and application? A. Binary pass-fail test. B. Essay and scenario-based assessment. C. True-false quiz. D. Multiple choice exam only. 13. In a mentoring relationship, which action demonstrates developmental leadership? A. Setting goals collaboratively and reviewing progress regularly. B. Dictating goals without mentee input. C. Avoiding feedback to foster independence. D. Assigning unrelated tasks for experience. 14. For adult learners in an AON assessment simulation, which strategy increases learner engagement? A. Offering irrelevant hypothetical exercises. B. Using problem-based learning related to real job tasks. C. Providing minimal context before assessments. D. Delivering content only through static text. 15. When evaluating communication skills, which behavior most strongly indicates emotional intelligence? A. Ignoring emotional cues to focus solely on facts. B. Adjusting tone and delivery based on the listener's needs. C. Using the same communication style for all audiences. D. Prioritizing message delivery speed over clarity. 16. In a compliance-driven curriculum, how should new legal updates be incorporated? A. As a standalone document emailed to participants. B. Integrated into existing training scenarios and reinforced by assessments. C. Posted to a notice board without acknowledgement in training. Delivered as optional reading material. 17. Which principle of adult learning is most relevant when designing self-paced modules? A. Dependence on instructor-led guidance. B. Need for immediate relevance and control over learning pace. C. Preference for abstract theory over practice. D. Requirement for fixed schedules and deadlines. 18. Which mentoring approach most effectively develops independence in adult learners? A. Encouraging mentees to take calculated risks and reflect on outcomes. Providing step-by-step instructions for all tasks. C. Avoiding decision-making opportunities for mentees. D. Correcting every mistake immediately without discussion. 19. In AON-style performance evaluations, behavioral assessments focus on A. Theoretical knowledge without practice. B. Observable actions and decision-making in real scenarios. C. Self-reported satisfaction levels. E. Completion of mandatory training hours. 20. Which curriculum evaluation method involves stakeholders in the review process? A. Summative testing only. B. Peer review and learner feedback integration. C. One-time instructor evaluation. D. End-of-year performance summary. 21. When communicating policy changes, which method ensures maximum understanding among diverse adult audiences? A. Written memos only. B. Multimodal delivery, including visual, verbal, and interactive elements. C. Complex legal text without interpretation. D. Fast-paced webinars without follow-up. 22. Which assessment method best identifies gaps in both knowledge and application skills? A. Open book, theoretical exam. B. Practical performance-based tasks with reflection. C. Attendance logs. D. Short answer definitions. 23. Which strategy best aligns mentoring with organizational goals? A. Aligning mentee projects with strategic objectives. B. Allowing mentees to focus only on personal interests. C. Avoiding organizational priorities to reduce bias. D. Isolating mentoring from operational work. 24. In a regulatory compliance evaluation, scenario-based assessments are preferred because they A. Test abstract memorization without context. B. Simulate real-life decision-making under relevant constraints. C. Require less preparation from learners. Avoid measuring judgment under pressure. 25. When creating an AON assessment for communication, which element is critical for measuring interpersonal adaptability? A. Use of identical communication tasks for all participants. B. Situations requiring adjustment of tone and approach for different audiences. C. Delivery of scripted responses without flexibility. D. Grading only for grammatical accuracy. AON Assessment Test. The AON Assessment Test is a comprehensive evaluation tool designed to measure a wide range of cognitive abilities, behavioral traits, and job-related skills for recruitment, development, and organizational decision-making. Widely used by global employers, it includes modules that assess numerical reasoning, verbal reasoning, logical thinking, situational judgment, and personality fit. The test leverages adaptive technology to tailor question difficulty based on the candidate's responses, ensuring accurate and efficient measurement of potential. Beyond aptitude, it evaluates communication skills, problem-solving approaches, and workplace behavior, making it valuable for aligning talent with specific roles. Its data-driven results support fair, objective, and predictive hiring and training decisions. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses AO Assessment Exam. 1. Talent, selection, and recruitment. Enables employers to objectively identify candidates with the right cognitive abilities, personality traits, and job-relevant skills, reducing bias in hiring decisions. 2. Employee development planning. Provides detailed insights into individual strengths and improvement areas, supporting targeted training and career growth initiatives. 3. Role-to-person fit analysis. Matches candidates' abilities and behavioral styles to specific role requirements, improving retention rates and overall job performance. 4. Succession planning. Identifies high-potential employees ready for leadership roles, helping organizations prepare for smooth role transitions. 5. Organizational benchmarking. Offers data-driven comparisons of workforce capabilities, enabling strategic decisions to improve productivity and performance.